And hello everybody, welcome back to the video. Today we are inside of another Minecraft map. Today we're playing 35 levels parkour. All I know about this map is supposedly the map creator said it should take about, I think it was 25 or 35 minutes, something like that. And there's 35 levels to it. That's all I know. And there's not really an intro or something. It looks like we just kind of go, which I don't mind at all. I feel like some maps have gotten a bit complex with, you know, having a whole storyline and everything behind it, so it is kind of nice to just be able to kind of go. And so far it's turned out pretty easy. Already have glass pane jumps up at it, looks like. These used to give me so much trouble. I don't know, like I haven't actually done glass pane jumps in a while now that I think about it. Not really something that I see a ton of anymore. I don't know if it's just because it annoys people enough that map creators just kind of stopped doing it as much, or if it's just kind of like it became enough of a overdone thing that people felt kind of done with it. I remember, like, I think I've told this story before, but this was during my earlier days of YouTube, like back when I was first streaming on YouTube. I did a thing with these guys. It was Minecraft Saturday or something like that. And in the menu, or not the menu, but the part leading up to it, they had a parkour. And I remember that, like, the parkour was fairly easy leading up to a wait, is this really stuff we can just kind of, well, that's awkward. I would feel bad, but I hate truckers. But yeah, it was set up in a way where, like, it was easy up to, like, this glass pane part that always gave me a bunch of trouble. And this was before, like, I got really into parkour. I still was okay-ish at parkour. Not good, but okay, probably. So, like, you know, as a result, I wanted to be able to successfully do it. But I remember keeping a lot of trouble just on this one glass pane jump. And there was some sort of deal about, like, if you completed the parkour in the lobby during one of the events, then you got, like, an extra point leading to the event. So, like, you basically won an event without actually winning one, which was cool. Like, I don't know, the event itself was fairly well built. Not gonna lie. Like, there were a lot of issues and stuff because they built a lot of this stuff by hand. And, you know, it's, since they were building it kind of as we were trying to do it week by week, and they were trying to add new stuff going along, you know, it didn't get properly tested all the time and stuff, so, you know, there was issues and stuff. But I remember having a good time with it. I don't know if I ever actually streamed any of them, because the point was kind of to be like a streamed deal, but I don't know if I ever ended up actually streaming or if I just kind of participated. To be honest, I don't remember. It's been a while. I bet I could just search through my live stream history on YouTube and see. But yeah. I find it funny that something as simple as glass panes can bring back a memory like that. I think just in general, memories are kind of interesting with how just, like, random associations can bring back memories that you've pretty much fully forgotten. Like, to the point, I was, like, I found something in our basement the other day and pulled it out. And, like, it was an old, like, you know, sort of thing where you write a letter to yourself and blah, blah, blah years. But, like, it was just crazy how it brought back a very vivid memory from when, I don't know, based off of just the house it was in when I was, I want to say, I probably would have been, like, 8 at the time or something. And, like, it just brought back a very vivid memory from the time. And Like, it's just really interesting with the dissociations of things and stuff like that can bring back distant memories. So far, I'm liking this parkour map, though. It's kind of simple, and for the most part, like, fairly easy, just because the levels are kind of short. Like, there's a couple semi-difficult jumps in here, but for the most part, it's fairly easy. I do find it interesting. Like, maps like this end up on maps websites, but yet I feel like we don't see nearly as much of them as we used to. Of just kind of like simple maps that are just kind of like, you know, not really any commands behind it. You just kind of go. I feel like we don't see very many times, which kind of makes me sad. I kind of, at the same time, kind of like, yeah, it's probably that we mostly see more complex, better built maps, but it makes me worried for, like, you know, in the future, once a couple of the current map creators stop making maps, where we'll be at in terms of map creators, since it doesn't feel like that many new ones are popping up. Because that's kind of how it feels like to me. But at the same time, I'll write it out for, you know, who knows how long. There might come a point where I'm not really playing parkour maps anymore anyway, so. Ooh. That is a weird thought, though. Like, I've just gotten so used to playing parkour maps that the idea of not playing them feels weird. I am messing up this level all over the place. Everywhere you possibly can. Can I take it a bit slower? And there we go. Okay. Don't know why that said lol. Some of these levels also seem built in a way where you're supposed to do a lot more than you're realistically able to do. Or go a lot shorter than you realistically are supposed to be able to. Like, you can skip a lot of jumps and stuff. But that's probably fine. Like, stuff like this where it's like, yeah, I'm already here. But realistically, you're supposed to go around here. So I bet, like, it's been 7 minutes now. Level 22 is only 35. I bet that if you take the full route for everything, instead of skipping stuff, it does go a bit faster. But I'm not sure by how much. Okay, level 23. Also, for all I know, the last 10 levels are going to be, like, super difficult and take a really long time. Like, some of these levels feel like they're getting longer as we go along. And you get a random one that's, like, really short. I don't know. I do find it interesting that the whole, like, X number of levels trend has survived for as long as it has. Like, I feel like that trend's kind of at a point where it should be dying, just because, like, most every map ends up almost the exact same. The interesting thing is this is actually one of the best looking, like, X number of level maps I've bumped into. I'm still waiting for somebody to come out with, like, an 1,000 level parkour map. Just, like, 10-part series on it. If somebody comes out with that long of a parkour map, like, you know, even just like a 1,000 level parkour map, I might do, like, a stream on it. Like, just pick a time when I have, like, 6 hours or something free and go for it. See if I can complete it all in one sitting. I feel like there's something cool behind that, but it's also kind of dumb. Like, the idea of doing a parkour map with just a stupid amount of levels behind it. There's no way they wouldn't be crazy repetitive at some point. And to build that many, you'd want the levels to be fairly simple, so that you can go about it fairly quickly. So yeah. I will say, doing maps like this almost inspires me to make a map, just because like just seeing the maps that don't really have to be complex to be fun in their own way. You know, are simple maps, pretty much all the effort's put into the actual like building of it and stuff. Oh no. Speed? What's the point of this? Okay, we're free. And speed's still on. Oh no, there's still another minute of it. Oh. Oh no. Just keeps getting worse. Oh, there's milk. Thank goodness. Oh, free me of this torture. Oh, they actually put invisible blocks for this one. I mean, they kind of sort of got it. You can still jump past over there, but still, step up from the ones that just kind of didn't bother. Okay. I mean, that's probably a sign that the map creator was improving at their level design even partway through, probably. And I mean, that's also a great example of, like, I've complained a lot about invisible blocks being used in the past, but that's also an example of where it's like, yeah, you kind of need some in places. Command blocks, eh? I feel like command blocks are one of those blocks that, like, aren't used a lot. Even when people are doing, like, novelty block levels, it's rare that command blocks come out. I put buttons all over them, so I don't really mind. Like, I don't really care about invisible blocks or something to denote their general location. Also, since we're in survival, that helps. Which, to be frank, that's probably an oversight on the map creator's part. We're probably supposed to be in adventure mode, but yeah, that's fine. Level 35. Here's the last level. It definitely has gone a lot faster than the map said it would, but I have a feeling for some people it would take more like 25 minutes to get through. Like, I'm not great at parkour, especially for the amount of time that I've put into playing parkour, but I have put a lot of time into playing parkour, so I'm at least, you know, not bad. I say as I constantly miss the Neo jump. Okay. I keep getting underneath that because the one pushes me over. I feel like... Wait, it's one of the, like, got crouch jumps, I guess? I don't know if it was meant to be one, but that's what it ended up being. Invisible blocks. You gotta go up there. A bit confused where all that comes in at. Wait, actually, let me go back real quick. I think that from here, we're supposed to drop, we're supposed to go here and down to here. And then come here, not press the button there, and then go around. Kind of weird that I'm having to, like, guess at what the actual proper path is, but I'm pretty sure this is how we're supposed to do this. So, like, just for reference, what would have probably been better for the map creator to have done here is make it so that you can get up to here. Don't have that ladder there, and put the end rod more like there. Maybe have a second end rod here, and then still have that one there. And then, so, like, take an end rod, put it there or something. And you can still have the one right here. That way you can jump up. Or just leave it like this, and then have them jump to this ladder, and then come up and go around and stuff. But there we go. That's the end of the map. This is a fun map. I mean, you know, it had its problems, but honestly, with all playing so many like really well built, you know, really maybe even in some situations overdone maps. I don't think that's a good way to put it, but like just really, you know, kind of professionally made maps. It's kind of refreshing to play, you know, a map that kind of brings me back more to, you know, a bit more of the casual side of parkour maps. I almost feel like it's hit a point with parkour maps where they are in a way overdone, and it's kind of nice to look back at maps like this sometimes. But at the same time, I will say, for just playing a single map, I'd prefer, you know, an overdone map. It's just that because I've played so many, it's kind of nice to, you know, go back to kind of the roots of parkour maps. And I hope this map creator keeps going at it. I mean, they had a decent sense for the aesthetics. Everything looked at least fairly nice. This room's kind of ugly, but yeah, no, for the most part, everything looked pretty nice. And the parkour was decent, just maybe a bit better placements for stuff where you can't skip so much stuff to the level, and like the dropper was set up where you could just kind of cheese the whole thing. But besides that, I mean, it was pretty nice. I actually want to see here real quick. Is this set up all kind of next to each other? Oh yeah, it's all just set up in a line. So probably what happened with the dropper level is, I'm guessing they probably just like didn't even use world edit or something. So as a result, they didn't want to build this all the way up high enough to make a proper dropper, so they just put it here. So I guess from that standpoint, use world edit. I mean, if you're making a map, having a tool like world edit is leaps and bounds better than trying to do everything by hand. Like, it makes stuff like, for example, this entire line of smooth andesite could have been set up in, you know, like 5 seconds. Assuming they didn't use world edit. I don't know. But assuming they didn't, like, the dropper's the only reason why I assume they might not have. Since it's just so short and it doesn't seem like if you did have world edit, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to just make it a bit taller, right? But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This map was, honestly, as I said, it was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.